Welcome back to my channel, guys. Tonight I had the urge to clean out my nightstand and do a little bit of organization on one of the shelves in my bedroom. So I thought I would take you guys along with me for the journey. It's a little bit of a declutter slash organization slash showing you a couple of different things in my room and sharing some future plans with you. So I hope that you enjoy. It is late at night, so excuse the lighting, it's not very good. For whatever reason, I was inspired to do a declutter and tidy of certain parts of my room, especially my nightstand table or drawer, which you can see is totally cluttered here. I have decluttered this once before, you guys probably remember, but that was a few months ago, and for some reason it's such a disaster again and it needs to be done again. It's just driving me crazy every time I look in it, so I really need to tackle it. But what really inspired me to do this tonight was I've made a couple of changes in this part of my bedroom, as you will notice right away. So obviously many of you know that I've been getting into perfumes and collecting perfumes, so organizing those and making them look pretty is something that is a project for the distant future. I'm thinking of getting some shelves or at least some decorative trays, and I also have a really pretty picture coming to put on the wall back there. It's one of those Chanel ones with the books and the shoes, and it looks really pretty and I can't wait to put it up. I hope that I like it. Because as many of you know, that'll be the very first piece of wall art that I have in my entire house. But essentially I'm gonna make this area like my little boutique kind of corner with all of my pretty things displayed. I decided to get rid of the big silver or mirrored jewelry box that was here. The jewelry box held all of my watches and all of my jewelry, as well as it always kept my work pens and my name badge and things like that. And I just felt like it was a little bit too bulky for the space. I felt like it took up a lot of visual space in the room, especially when you first walked in from the room. Sorry, my tripod's sitting there. When you first walked into the room, it was like the very first thing you saw was this huge mirrored jewelry box, which by the way is a really pretty jewelry box, but I just think it was a little bit too big for this space. So I got rid of that, and the other day I happened to be at Walmart and I saw this really cute little tray. Yeah, it's just a really cute silver and gray kind of a tray. I thought it was really pretty. It goes perfectly with the decor of my house, which is all gray and white. And I loved it. It's actually a candle holder, but I thought it would be really cute to hold either sunglasses or something like that. And initially I was going to put it at the front door, and then I decided to bring it in and put it in here instead. However, I don't like the way that it looks with my work stuff sitting here with all of my watches and stuff like that. I thought I might actually start keeping my work stuff in my nightstand drawer instead of here. So that's kind of what inspired me to do this whole nightstand declutter and then set this up a little bit more pretty. There's not a whole lot that I can really do with this tonight because I just simply don't have a lot of stuff for on top of here, and that's kind of how I want to keep it. I still want it to be very minimal, but I just want it to look a little bit prettier. I did want to show you, I did decide to bring this pretty shelf out of my closet again and put it in this part of my room. I just simplified it a little bit, and I might simplify it further by removing a couple of pairs of shoes that I kind of had wedged in there and showcasing only some more of my most favorite items. On the top shelf there, I kept my newest addition to my collection, which I'm so in love with. I love it so much. It is absolutely stunning. It is a, what do you call that? Caviar, that's what it is. It's a caviar leather Chanel flat bag, which I have been wanting in this color forever. This is my dream handbag. It is absolutely stunning. It's so beautiful. I love it so much. I can't wait to be able to wear it this spring. It's like the perfect color for spring. And I'm so thankful. I just got it a few days ago. And this is the gorgeous box that it came with, which I loved so much. I wanted to keep it and display it in this part of my room. I thought that box was way too pretty to get rid of. And if I ever sell this, which I don't think I ever will, but if I ever decide to rehome it or sell it, then it would be good to have the original box and the receipt and stuff like that. Okay, so the things I'm going to keep on here is pretty much everything except for my work stuff. So I'll just move all of my work stuff out of the way. So this stuff I want to keep in my nightstand, and then this thing I'm going to keep basically just for my watches and my jewelry, and I'm debating whether or not I should bring this necklace down and put it on there as well. and if I should just get rid of those two diamond looking command hooks that are on the wall. They're very pretty, but I don't know if they're really necessary because I'm obviously not hanging anything on them. And this way I can make room for some shelves or pictures or whatever I want to put to kind of dress up that corner. So let me know. I won't take them down tonight, but let me know in the comments if anybody has any suggestions. Would you leave the command hooks up and use them for something, or would you take them down and just kind of use that corner for something else? But without further ado, I'm just going to get started organizing and decluttering. So this is stuff that I'm going to be keeping, and this is all of the stuff that I can get rid of. And the stuff I'm going to be getting rid of is a family photo, but it's not really a family photo. It was from like my aunt and uncle from Christmas quite a long time ago, and I just don't really need it anymore. I don't hold on to like annual Christmas cards and Christmas pictures and stuff, because otherwise they would just accumulate and there would be way too many of them and I would never know what to do with any of them. So I always get rid of those things. I keep them for a while, I enjoy them, and then I get rid of them. I'm also going to get rid of this bookmark. To be honest, I haven't had time to read anything that wasn't work related for a really long time. And I found a little piece of rubbish, and then I have this watch, which I got from Walmart quite a long time ago. This one was to suffice while I picked out a better work watch. This one was just a really cheap one. It does the trick, it works. It lights up in the dark, like, I don't know, I can probably give this away to somebody or give it to my daughter, but I don't need it because I have the Apple Watch, so we can rehome that. And then this is a lid to, I think, is it this? Yeah. This is the lid to this little guy that holds some of my perfume samples. So I'm going to keep it because obviously if I ever decide not to use this anymore, I'll want to put the lid back on it. Yeah, I'm not sure where I'll keep it, but I will find a place to keep it. I'm actually going to get rid of this as well because I already have a lanyard for my name tag and I don't need two of them, so I will rehome that. Okay, so I'll just give you a quick little tour of what I did here in this drawer. Sorry about my shadows. Again, the lighting is so bad in here tonight, but it's really late. So in the far corner, I just have a charger for my Apple Watch as well as a couple of spare charging cords. I don't know why, but sometimes when I plug my phone in, it doesn't actually connect. Yeah, so I just like to have a spare one on hand just because you never know if it's going to work or not, and I always have to have my phone charged because that is my life source and it's also my alarm clock. And then in front of that, I have my work stuff. This might not turn out to be like the most practical place to keep it all. I'm going to try to make it a routine that when I come home, I just put my work stuff in here instead of putting it on top of my dresser. If I work a few days in a row, chances are I'll probably end up leaving it on here or something just because that's more practical. And then in front of that, I still have this really cute little wooden bowl that you guys have seen before. I got this from Marshall's, I think, or maybe HomeSense. And yeah, it holds my chargers for my AirPods. It holds a spare little adapter. It holds my AirPods themselves. I have a spare key for my house, and then my earbuds that I listen to when I'm not wanting to be wireless. Then I have a spare watch strap for the Apple Watch. And then to the left of that, I have a notebook, which I often will do some journaling or some writing of some sort at night when I'm laying in bed right before I go to sleep. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but this seems to be the place where I keep my sentimental stuff. I don't have like a big bin in my basement or anything like that, or a box or anything where I keep keepsakes. I have very, very few keepsakes in my entire house. All I have are a couple of photo albums, and then other than that, I just have a couple of odds and ends in here, which I showed you. So some stuff that my daughter has made me, little cards that my boyfriend has given me with gifts and things like that. So, and on top of that, I just have this little ring that my daughter made me when she was little. So I can't let that go, even though it's, I mean, you know, I'm not gonna wear it or anything, but, and then on top of that, I have a pen, and on top of the book, I have my boyfriend's, one of his colognes. He gave it to me. I'm not sure why, he just wanted me to have it. So, and then we also have a lip balm here, and we have some Tic Tacs and some gum. So that's it for that drawer. And as for this tray, it's nothing too fancy. There's really nothing on it, but that's okay. I kind of want to keep it simple that way. But what I have on here is, I guess, starting with my watches, I have a Ted Baker watch, which I really like. This is just kind of a everyday, really pretty floral Ted Baker watch. And then beside that, I have a Rebecca Minkoff kind of everyday watch, if it would come into focus. Anyway, just a really nice kind of an everyday, pretty, classy, goes with anything. And then I have my dress watch beside it, which is just a Michael Kors watch, which I've had forever and ever. And then beside that, I just have a little gold safety pin. Safety pins come in handy all the time, and I always find myself needing one and not having one, so I try to always use it and then put it back on the tray when I'm done. Underneath that, I have my grandmother's wedding band, actually, which I actually found in my jewelry box when I was cleaning it up. I didn't even realize I had this. But yeah, my late grandmother's wedding band. So that's just kind of a special, it's way too big for my fingers. I would never wear it, but it's just kind of a special little thing that I have there that kind of adds a little something to the tray. And then beside that, I have 3 of my bracelets. So this one here is just a cute little gold Kate Spade bracelet, which I got from the Bay quite a while ago. And then I have a little DKNY silver one with some diamonds. And I really like that style of bracelet because you can actually adjust it and make it bigger or smaller. And I like that they're really minimal, so they go with everything. And they're dainty and pretty and classy, but without being too much. So I really, really like having a gold one and a silver one to pick from. And then beside that, I have a bracelet that my boyfriend got me from Tiffany's. So that's what it looks like. Haven't really had an opportunity to wear it yet, unfortunately. So that is it for the little tray on the shelf. And what I really like about that tray, actually, now that I look at it, is, I don't know if you can see, but it's actually reflecting light onto the wall, and it looks really pretty. Just kind of reflecting that light onto the wall like that. Really pretty. Wow, that's nice. So yeah, it's not the best tray in the world, and I actually have 3 decorative trays coming. Not that I'm planning to keep all of them. I ordered 3 different ones because I kind of wanted to see which one I would like the most, and they are mostly for the purposes of displaying my perfumes, and I was thinking I might put one of them in the living room as well, just kind of to hold the candle and the flowers and the remote control and stuff like that in the living room and make it look a little prettier. But of course, with all the COVID stuff, even Amazon Prime is shipping after 3 or 4 weeks. So it is taking forever for it to get here. And while I totally understand why that's important, it is really frustrating waiting for so much stuff to come in the mail, but that's okay. I'm just gonna have patience. Anyways, I'm really excited to get my trays when they come. Yeah, so that's the story with my shelf and with my tray and my perfumes. Like I said, for those of you who are new here, I will be doing a total perfume collection video in the future. I love watching people's perfume videos, and I love talking about my fragrances and talking about some of my favorite fragrances. And I could do that tonight, but it would take a really long time. So I'll just leave it at that for now. And before we finish, I'll just quickly show you what my closet looks like. Okay, so my closet isn't looking too bad right now. I think it could use some organization. I think it's not too bad at the moment, but I would like to go through and reorganize it. Yeah, so there's my clothes right now. And then underneath that, I just have a box of some things that I'm going to be donating or selling. I have a Kate Spade bag in there. I have a Michael Kors wallet. And then I have the really gaudy, thick jewelry box thing that I was telling you guys about that I need to sell or find a new home for. And then beside that, I just have a couple of boxes that I think are just too pretty to get rid of. I don't know what it is with me and shoe boxes, but when I find pretty shoe boxes and pretty bags, I want to find a way to display them. So if I can't find a way to display them in the future, I might end up recycling them, but for now I'm just going to keep them. My shoes are looking like they could be organized and maybe even decluttered a little bit. I just did a shoe declutter video a few months ago, but I've since acquired about 3 new pairs of shoes. It's just kind of disorganized, and like obviously the heels are just kind of sitting there and it's just kind of a mess. And I really don't like how it looks like that. I'm gonna have to come up with a better way to display them, and I might have to declutter 1 or 2 pairs of shoes that I don't wear. So if I do that in the future, I will upload a video for you guys so you can see the shoe decluttering process. Let me know if that's something you're interested in seeing. Yeah, but I try not to look at my closet right now because it's not very organized. But I am overall really happy with how this part of my room is looking. I think it's looking very organized and very pretty, and I think it's gonna look even better once I get something for up on the wall just to add a little bit of visual height, and maybe a couple of shelves to put the perfumes so that there's not so much space being taken up on the dresser, and it just looks a little bit more organized. My inspiration, I guess, is kind of like boutique style. Like I want it to be set up sort of like you would see in a department store, that kind of a vibe. So it's got a little bit of work to do, but this is where I'm at for now. And yeah, that's about it. So that's it for tonight, guys. I hope that you enjoyed my little declutter and organization. I know it was nothing too crazy, but it just needed to be done, and I thought I would take you guys along with me for the journey. So I hope that you enjoyed and got a little bit of decluttering organization inspiration for yourself. Clearly I need to go to bed, so I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you all next time.